So I'm making this incredibly delicious chocolate babka that I made a few times from America's Test Kitchen. It's the most delicious thing in the world. I started it in Bridgehampton. I made the dough, which is in here, which is still hopefully chilled. And I brought it in like an ice pack. And this is actually like an Isaac Mizrahi product. It's a bag that keeps food cool and warm. So hopefully it did its work. Hopefully it did its job. All right, so now I'm gonna cut up this chocolate. They should make a neater way of chopping chocolate. Or like it always goes all over the place. I never know how to control that, and it like flies all over the room. And I'm always paranoid that my dogs are gonna get some and die. Anyway, luckily my dogs aren't here, God forbid. Okay, it says to chop it rather finely. So there we go, boom. I hope it's still chilled because I actually woke up at 6 o'clock this morning to like make the dough and bring it here, and it's in that bag. And I don't wanna disturb the culture, the environment of that bag. Here's what's annoying though, like recipes on your phone. It's so annoying because you keep having to scroll and refresh and refresh. Whereas like if you just have it in a book, it's just open to the page and you point, right? It's so easy. This you have to go back and forth and scroll and go back, and then it goes off in the middle of a thing. And I mean, seriously, cookbooks are really good things. Oh no, half a cup. I don't know, this doesn't, I should have brought the other one. No, that's half a cup. Now that would have been ridiculous. That would have been tragic, right? Right, now let me just get the cocoa here. Oh no, that's not gonna work. I guess I'll do this. Sifted, really? Sifted? Okay, there. Oh wait, that's just a quarter of a cup, and it has to be sifted. All right, wait a minute now. Let's see, I'm just gonna prep that up because I'm ridiculous. See how ridiculous this is, my life? Sorry. Okay, that should be half a cup. Bye-bye. And that has to get sifted. And if you don't sift it, it like won't work because it's America's Test Kitchen. They say sifted, they mean sifted, right? I'm not usually a rule follower, but when it comes to baking, it's important. This goes in, and this goes in. Please don't make like a big poof when you go in, thank you. And this just gets like mixed together. This is the filling for the babka. I so need a food stylist for these segments. It's so not okay that I'm doing this like this. I'm not kidding. Ooh, really? Because this would just all be done and it wouldn't be so damn ugly and someone else would do it, and oh well. Try to get this as lump-free as possible. And I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but you know, without getting chocolate all over everything, your hands especially, right? Here's this dough. It still looks chilled. So now I'm gonna roll this out, darlings. It's supposed to be 12 by 18. Okay. All right, this should be a nice, easy dough, right? Because it's good and elastic and kind of squishy. All right, boom. Let's just see where we are vis-a-vis the size. I think this is a good 18. That's 16. All right, so we'll do, okay. So that's probably 18. And now let's get 12. I'm calling that 12. And this is still 16 inches. It needs to be 2 more inches. Beautiful. 18 by 12, right on, queen. And now this, and it says with an offset spatula, so that means an offset spatula, like not kidding. And luckily, I have a few. Okay, and then this goes on. And you leave like half an inch, I think, at the bottom or the top. I'm leaving it at the bottom. I think cooking in general is terrifying. It's not relaxing, really. I mean, unless you're cooking something you've made a trillion times and you're drinking, then it's relaxing. Okay, that is fun, and I wish I could do that all the time, but something like this, you're kind of doing because it's so delicious and it's worth the kind of like the anguish. By the way, you've spread this like literally to the edge, except for either the top or the bottom. Let's see. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Offset spatula, spread eventually, leaving a ½ inch border along the top edge. Okay, see? Top edge, not bottom edge. Thank you, America's Test Kitchen. That's a very uneven edge, so the top edge. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And by the way, you know, when you watch the demonstration, that woman Christy on America's Test Kitchen, that is like a sharp corner. Mine is a little crooked. Christy, you're a god. Christy is a goddess. She's a god or a goddess, whatever she prefers, I will call her. So you think, oh, well, that was easy. Now, kind of like tightly roll this from one end to the other, right? Boom, boom, boom. Yay. Beautiful, right? It's a little middle heavy, but you know, that runs in the family. Uh-oh. Why is this so messed up? Okay, well, I'm just gonna flip it. There we go. And then this thing goes like that. And it's very fat. I don't remember it being this fat. Okay, and then you like pinch that shut. And then you're gonna kind of squeeze that in there, right? Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands. And now, you need a serrated knife. Don't try to do this with a non-serrated knife because it really doesn't work. All right, and then you have to use like a vegetable spray on the knife. And then you cut this, and you can't zigzag. It just has to go straight down, right? Do not zigzag, don't zigzag. I just zigzagged about 100 times. All right, sorry. So there's that. And now the cut sides have to face up. Okay, it gets a little bit messy, but it always does. And then they have to be like placed like completely side by side, boom, like that. I know this seems like such a mess. You have to kind of like braid it, okay? There you go. Now this is to go in here, and this is like, what? Wait a minute now. Oh, how would I did it so many times, and it always works, but it's not gonna work today. Yes, it will. Boom, in there. Thank you, sucker. It was so much easier the first 3 times I did it. Now you see, so that's not my fault. How come it didn't work that well today? But it did, all right, it did. It finally worked. We lost a little chocolate, but darlings, what are you gonna do? All right, I hope this is good. Damn it. It was so flawless the last time. Anyway, it'll be delicious. No one has to know that it was a mess going into the pan, right? Bye-bye. Oh, Jesus Christ. So this also gets a syrup, if you can believe it. And you have to scroll to the syrup and then scroll back to the contents of the syrup, which is half a cup of granulated sugar and a quarter of a cup of water. It makes like this very intense, simple syrup, for which we need like a teensy-weensy little pan. I do love a teensy-weensy, don't you? Oh, this pan makes me whole, okay? Really. Thank you, copper maker. So it's a half a cup of sugar and a quarter of a cup of water. Right? Half a cup of sugar, it's a quarter cup, right? Oh, that's a third of a cup. I can't use this. That was a third cup measure. I thought it was a quarter cup. I can never find the right damn thing. What is this? This is a quarter. This is a quarter cup. Okay, fine. So there's 2 of these. I mean, for some reason, if this was with we weren't taping, this would have been a quarter cup measuring cup. I'm just saying. But somehow, right? So there's that, and then we need a quarter of a cup of water. Oh my God. There's no water up in here. Seriously? I can't use tap water? Oh my God. I have to call Luke. I need my assistant, Luke. Better bring some water quick. Luke, we need water.
Oh, okay. I've got it. That's fine.
Thanks, bye.
Okay, time.
Okay, so we're doing a fitting on like a platter to serve this beautiful babka. I think it's this, right? Look, check out how beautiful that looks here. Oh my God. That looks like something out of Fiddler on the Roof, doesn't it? Like seriously, that is the most beautiful Jewish confection I have ever seen in my life, okay? Wow. It's beautiful, right? And delicious, okay? Thank you, Christy from America's Test Kitchen, right? That's the greatest thing. Dig in.